Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Todd. I got an email the other day and I want to read it to you because this is the topic of today's talk. I've been very successful on AdvoCare products and now have incorporated CrossFit. My trainer is really big on getting everyone in a ketosis state. These women are getting major results, and meanwhile I'm told that my products mess with it, and that's why I'm gaining weight. Since weight training, it's also confusing. Can you please help Sonia? So Sonia wants to know why she's gaining weight while she starts weight training. That's one of the things she wants to know. And the reason that happens, it's very common, is that she started doing resistance training. She's probably increased her protein intake, and it's likely that her muscle mass is increasing faster than her fat mass is falling. This happens all the time. It's very common with people that we work with when we prescribe resistance training. It's a good thing. It's what we want to see. It means muscle mass is going up, and that's driving up the metabolic rate. That's really the goal. So a lot of times people will get heavier before they start getting lighter. And this is the importance of measuring body composition. Now back to the other question. The question is, why are these people who are doing a ketotic diet getting such good results? And for those of you who are unaware, a ketotic diet, a diet that puts you in ketosis, is one where you eliminate carbs. You basically eliminate carbs or eat very, very low carbohydrate, and that forces the body to start burning fat. So we're going to talk a little bit about why these people are getting such good results. So one thing we have to understand is that carbohydrates are hydrophilic. They love water. So where carbs go, water follows. So over here I've drawn a little picture of a muscle. And remember, from one of our previous videos, we said that carbohydrates are stored in muscle. So if I eat a bunch of carbs, water is going to get taken into the muscle along with those carbohydrates. Okay? So that means if I stop eating carbs, if I eliminate my carb intake and now I start burning off the carbs that are stored in the muscle, the water in the muscle starts to fall. The water goes away. And as a result of that, the muscle gets lighter. So we have a client who decided, and she's an MMA fighter, and she cuts weight before she fights. And the first thing she does is she eliminates carbohydrate from her diet, which is very much like what somebody who's on a ketosis diet would do. So let's look at what happens to her when she eliminates carbohydrate from her diet. So on day one, she comes in and she weighs 178 pounds. So this is her body weight. This is how many pounds of fat she has, and this is how many pounds of muscle she has. So she comes in at 178, she has 47 pounds of fat, and she has 124 pounds of muscle. And then she eliminates carbs. So she doesn't eat carbs for the next 17 days, so this is a 17-day change. Day 17 she comes in, she weighs 166. Her fat mass is now 44 pounds, and her muscle is 115. So what is the change? In 17 days, she lost 12 pounds, she lost 3 pounds of fat, and she lost 9 pounds of muscle. Now, she didn't really lose 9 pounds of muscle. What she lost was a boatload of water because she stopped eating carbohydrate. So think about the psychological effect of this. If I join a gym and somebody tells me, you're going to go on a ketotic diet. So you're going to stop eating carbohydrates. We're going to put your body in a state of ketosis, and it's going to be really effective. So if you do that, you stop eating carbs, and in 17 days, you lose 12 pounds, you're going to say, yeah, that was really effective. That's great. But you're not measuring body composition, right? You're just getting on a scale. So you see this 12-pound weight loss. The reality is only 25% of that came from fat. You only lost 3 pounds of fat in 17 days, which is still a good result from a fat loss perspective, but you could do that without being in a ketotic diet. So, you sort of get tricked into believing that eating a low-carb diet is really effective, when you really haven't shown that at all. All you've done is dehydrated the muscle. Now, after a while, people get sick of being on a no-carb diet, and they start eating carbs. Now, what happens is when you deplete the muscle of carbs, the muscle now is looking for carbohydrate. It wants carbohydrate, and you're not giving it any. So as soon as you start eating carbohydrate, it all gets sucked back into this muscle, and along with it comes all this water. So you gain weight faster than you lost it. So the added psychological effect is, one, all right, if I cut out carbs, I'm going to lose weight fast. As soon as I add carbs back in, I'm going to gain weight even faster. So the end result is you walk away from that experience believing that carbs are responsible for making you fat. It's completely untrue. It is absolutely untrue. You can get really, really good results with a calorie-restricted diet that's designed for you by eating normal amounts of carbohydrate. I've talked about this ad nauseum in these other videos. Go back and look at them. I'm going to put up a picture of the DEXA scan of this woman, and you can see where the red line is the muscle and the black line is the fat. And you can see the point here where she starts the ketotic diet, and you can see this precipitous drop, this plummeting of the red line. The muscle falls precipitously over these 17 days, but the black line, which is the fat, really doesn't change a whole lot at all. So the take-home message here, as per usual, is that carbohydrates are not the enemy. A ketosis diet is not the answer. It's not sustainable. The vast majority of people will not have success with it, but don't let anybody try and convince you that carbohydrates are responsible in and of themselves for making you fat or making it difficult to lose weight. It's just not the case. Hope that helps. Hopes that clears up some confusion for you, Sonia. Good luck to y'all. See ya.